Yo, what is going on? You two nickels short of a cucumber sandwich need arena. Today, I woke up feeling green, so we're going to play some Greens Dragapult. Pretty solid deck overall, and I just really always enjoy playing Greens, no matter what kind of deck it's in. So why not some Greens Dragapult? So Dragapult, of course, is our main attacker, 4/4 of that. There's the one Gengar and Mimikyu in here. I added this to my list because I saw someone else running it not that long ago. I was like, that seems cool. Let's try that out. We have the Omastar line in here, the 1/1/1. One Fossil, one Arcandy, one Omastar line in here to set up Omastar. Energy Disruption in Crushing Hammers and Fan of Waves. 4/8 on the energy. An EXP share to help us deal with Crushing Hammers. Like, if we're constantly getting Crushing Hammered and we're able to still set up one Dragapult, but then our opponent's about to KO it, we can put an EXP share on our benched Dragapult or Gengar Mimikyu or whatever, and then that we'll get one energy back, and then we'll be able to attack again with the next Dragapult. We usually only attack with like 2 Dragapult per game. Sometimes we get to attack with 3 Dragapult. We go like 1 VMAX, 1 V, 1 VMAX. And Gengar and Mimikyu can get mixed in there as well at some point to, switch things up. And then, yeah, heavy on the greens, of course, 4 greens. No Marnie, but we do play 4 research to more aggressively draw through our deck. But we don't play 0 hand disruption. We do play some reset stamps in there as well. And then a couple boss and a great catcher for some gust effects. And then 2 bills analysis for just like extra Pokemon fight. I don't know if I like the bills yet. I've kept them in here from that initial time I played Green Dragapult a little while ago. I just haven't cut them yet. I don't know if I love them or not. They were okay back then, but not like overly attached to them. They're kind of cool. Anyways, that is the list. Let's play some Green Dragapult. All right, here we go. Getting into our first game. Of course, we want to go second. Or it would be fine to go first, to be honest. It's not that bad to go first. We do play a lot of energy. We get a turn 1 energy. We actually maybe do prefer to go first, the more I think about it. Because then we can just like get the energy, turn 2 Dragapults. So yeah, maybe going second is nice because we're a Greens deck, but going first is nice because we're a Dragapult deck. So kind of conflicting going on there, but the more I think about it, the more I kind of want to go first. Overall, didn't happen this game, and this hand is a little bit unfortunate unless we top deck an energy, because then we could play Bill's Analysis, because I don't really want to mulligan just a few times there. I don't really want to research away 2 Dragapult VMAX. I'd be fine researching away 1. Of course, we can play Evolution Instance and see how many are in there, but that's 3. The biggest thing is that's 3 outs to Dragapult VMAX going away in these 3 cards. Maybe we'll top deck a green so we can get Quick Ball Energy Spinner. That would be best. That'd be cool. Up against some kind of Welder deck here. There's a U-turn board, which I feel like I never see in Welder decks. So this doesn't tell me anything. I mean, there's a Reshizard and Cramorant, but that's in a lot of Welder decks, so I have no idea. Quick Ball's okay. I was like, oh, Quick Ball, it doesn't really do that much more for us. I'm gonna Quick Ball away. I might play the Bills Analysis and try and hit an Energy Spinner. It's like a little bit risky though. See, we don't have a second Evolution Instance in the deck. There's 2 Dragapults, so that's why I'm feeling like we should hold out here. But also, I mean, are both Energy Spinners here? 1 Energy Spinner is here. We could hit it off the Bills Analysis, but I don't love the odds of that. Getting an energy shouldn't be too hard, but then getting into a Dragapult VMAX is going to be the hard part on the following turn. So it makes me want to hold this hand and just go with a Bills Analysis, but that seems so slow. Just really stuck overall. It's a really stuck hand. And I'm like, I just don't know what I want to do here. I just don't know. Let's see. Gosh, it's just such a low chance. All right, let's go through. Such a low chance to hit that card there. And we whiffed an energy anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter too much. We have a lot of outside. We play 12. We play 12 and 2 spinner. 1 spinner is prize, of course. But I think all the 12 energy were in the deck. Throw a Dragapult down. Pass over to my opponent. So we're going to have a slow start here. Slow start, but it's a greens deck, so plenty of room to make a comeback happen. So we're just going to have to hope that that is kind of the way it goes in this one, to be honest, with how it started out here. We're going to have to hope that we kind of make a comeback here then, because really slow start. No Psychic Energy. Maybe our opponent doesn't really hit anything themselves and we can just kind of research again. And I do want to be a little bit more aggressive with just probably using research next turn. We do lose our second boss here, which of course kind of stinks. We still have that great catcher to kind of lean on, but we need to dig pretty deep into our deck to try and find not just energy, but those VMAX. The VMAX are going to be really tough. Our second Evolution Instance is prized, so we can't just greens for incense to get a VMAX anymore, because that's not an out. So we have to research here aggressively, I feel like. and just kind of hope that that kind of can carry us. It's going to be the move on the next turn. Energy VMAX is what we're looking for. But to be honest, we don't need the VMAX. If they don't actually knock out this, we could actually just kind of have a slower turn overall, and that'd be fine. But it really does depend on what, if they get the knockout on this or not. Because if they don't, us just kind of chilling. All right, we're probably gonna get knocked out. Well, hold on. That was a welder for 1. Now they could double blaze it though. They could just have double blaze hit, but it looks like they actually might just be going with a steam and stomp, which is also quite a bit slower than they would like, which is good for us. So yeah, steam and stomp happening, but then we can just research. I was gonna try to hope to like set up from there. Mars Shadow comes down aggressively. Yep, just research energy, please. Didn't even play either of the Poke Gear, something I really want to thin out. Not that much energy though. My goodness. That was a little bit too much energy there. I mean, I wanted energy, but I would like some other options as well. Just kind of the draw of the day, I guess, though. That's an interesting one there. It's always funny when games kind of play out this way. Okay, there's a Hearth. I kind of want to put Power Plant in play, but not really, because they do have the Mars Shadow down. So if they really want to use the Dene or some kind of ability, it'd be pretty easy for them to do it, to be honest. So yeah, no real point in putting the Power Plant down because they have the Mars Shadow, and we can kind of hold on to make sure we can like bump the Hearth. But yeah, we're in a tough spot here, and they actually might go with a Spit Shot here. We can just keep playing it slow if they do. The Escape Rope. I guess we're setting up this one every time. This is a really awkward game so far. It almost makes me wish I had benched the Gengar Mimikyu, because like we might just need another attacker, because they're just going to snipe this one, which means I think I just have to attach active and bite for 30, which is just really weird. Like that's not good. There's a VMAX, but we're not VMAX, and yet we could VMAX the active and shred, I guess. That would be fine. We might just go with that then, I guess. Just go with the shred and really just see how the game develops. Just start putting some damage out there. This also means they can't KO this one with a Hopper and GX, which for the current situation, Hopper and GX to KO, this wouldn't be too bad, to be honest, because these are both damage. So even if these VMAX, they can kind of knock them out. So a shred here will finally get off a Max Phantom next turn, but I'm actually kind of regretting discarding my Gengar Mimikyu. I'm not going to lie. I think it would have been better to have benched it. I didn't expect the game to develop in this way, of course, but it did. So yeah, it would have been nice to have that around, to be honest, the Gengar Mimikyu. And here just comes a Steam and Stomp from my opponent. That's fine. Do a top deck, a Crushing Hammer. This would be a really nice heads to get. Tails. Max Phantom. Hit him up. We're probably getting knocked out next turn, but it's possible we don't, to be honest. If we got a Crushing Hammer heads, it would have been a little bit more likely that we don't. So he's got 140 left. How much do I do with the Jet Assault? 140. I'm down to some resources. I don't really want to put damage on this too much, because then Outrage hits that's more powerful, and we're kind of 2 KO in it anyways. But I guess if we get into a situation where we're double Max Phantom this, we'd want like 1 here, maybe 3 here to force them to kind of want to move it, I guess. Otherwise I get to KO the Mars Shadow, which means they don't have an out to a Power Plant, which I'd want this to be out of play. So maybe 1, 2, 3, and then maybe just 1 more there. And this puts this in range of getting KO'd by a Max Phantom. Now we can double Max Phantom KO this, Max Phantom KOs this, and then 5 damage from a Max Phantom would also knock this out, which means they have to resetting hole now, and they would love to keep this Mars Shadow on the bench so they can play around Plant Stamp, which is a play I can still make. We still have 2 more Power Plants and a couple reset stamps left, and now without the Mars Shadow, they don't really have that protection anymore. So have that going for us, as far as that might go for us. We do have that going for us still, even if it's going to be not quite... It probably won't be quite enough. That is an out, and the Plant Stamp is something that's really big for us to make comebacks, not just in this matchup, but in many matchups. So we'll see if it makes the difference. There's a Gauss. Here comes a Welder. So Flare Strike is probably on the way here, and then we can go ahead and hit him up with a Jet Assault for 60, or I could just go with a Bite for 30 and then attach to the bench one. We'll see what I top deck. I'll definitely be sending this Dragapult to the active here. They're not VMAXed, so my opponent doesn't draw those extra prize cards, which is a pretty big deal in this scenario, to be honest. So we'll see. Maybe they don't even get a switch and they have to hard retreat the Heatran as well. Wow, which would be a pretty big deal. Nope, just a Hopper and GX happening. So now 60 does get the KO here. So we can get the KO with this Jet Assault. Still in a bad spot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, we're still in a bad spot. But it is something. We got something going for us. Greens is a good top deck. That can give us cards. See what's good in here. We have another Dragapult, so I think I could go like this plus Quick Ball here and try and set up a fresh Dragapult. Okay, kind of like it. Get the Dragapult, throw it down, attach active. Jet Assault, we get this KO. We're gonna go down to 4 prize cards here. We can maybe get the Evolution Incense off the prize cards as well, which would be super sick in helping us to not get it. Got a greens though. We're probably gonna research anyways though. Crushing Hammer could be good. We'll just see what they do. Try and research into Stamp Plant plus the VMAX. Just kind of hope for the best from there. Fire Crystal coming down. We see they are playing Blound, so it looks like it is some kind of Tempo Zard build. That's new. I've never seen that before. Does it fix if I go? Oh, it's because they were taking energy out of the discard pile. They're actually going with a float up. That's actually super cute play here from my opponent. Float up, KO. Yeah, Firebox, Welder Box kind of deck from my opponent. We know they have the Blound in there. Yeah, here comes a float up. Get the Eldegoss back. Super cute play. Super good play. Not gonna lie. They'll probably send up the Talonflame to take a hit this turn. Then we're gonna struggle to KO this Reshizard. I really wish I had that Gengar Mimikyu back. I'm not gonna lie. That Gengar Mimikyu would be really, really good right now. Give us a chance. Give us a chance for sure. Next time, I will bench the Gengar Mimikyu. Those are both good to have around for future turns, possibly. Let's get a Crushing Hammerheads finally here. Nope. Okay, attach active. Research, we need the VMAX, or we're just gonna get Flare Striked. Hey, okay. Step 1, Fire VMAX. Step 2, Crushing Hammerheads. I'm not very good at that step. Energy Spinner, thin out another energy. Reset Stamp to 1 is good. No, with no Power Plant, not as good, but it's a start for the kind of situation we're in. Anything is decent. Anything is decent. We have 4 prize cards left though, so they're gonna come. They're gonna Flare Strike us. Man, if they just go Flare Strike, they just outrage next turn, and then we kind of lose. To be honest, this is where I really needed to bench the Gengar Mimikyu. To be honest, I was like, I don't really want to bench it. It's kind of a little bit of a liability, it feels like. But against a deck like this, it really isn't, because it's really hard for them to like set up an attacker that could KO Gengar Mimikyu and bring it to the active. So as long as it's just on my bench, it's pretty safe. And like going into this turn, we could have gone like switch Gengar Mimikyu, GX attack, and then attach like KO, or we could have tried to do it on the last hand from them probably. But looks like they drew pretty well off that Stamp, and it's gonna be that much easier to draw decently when they have the Hearth in place. So like I didn't get the Power Plant, so like Quick Balls or Dedenne, that's all good. Or Oricorio. Actually, Oricorio doesn't work here, I guess, because I only did 60 damage. And we might just lose to a Spit Shot on this one. Hold up. There's the Fire Crystal. So, I mean, it was a tough draw. We did our best to try to keep chugging along. That was a very interesting research on our second research there, where we drew quite a few energy, not quite a few options, and we're gonna take an L here in this first one to the Welder Box. All right, here we go again. We won the coin flip. I think going first actually seems pretty good, to be honest. The more I kind of thought about it, going first, we just go attach to Dragapult, pass. Next turn, got the greens for the evolve attack, and we're in just like a really good spot. So yeah, going first. We're a greens deck, but to be honest, it's not too bad as long as we don't get donked. Which is possible. We could get donked, so that's like another reason to want to go second. But a lot of decks don't donk. Like yeah, we're not scared of it too often, to be honest. Do I want to avoid special energy? They do play Giratina, so I think I do want the basic energy over the special. Yeah, pass over to my opponent, and they can't do a whole ton turn 1. They could strafe for 0. Dojo, they could do 10. But yeah, we do want to play around Giratina, so we want that basic energy down. Maybe we'll like start moving out the specials next turn, because we like it's hard to like not put them out at all, especially when we're getting like 3-hit KO'd by the Urshifu. We can be like a little bit more, we can play a little bit slower. It's okay that we lose a couple energies to the possibility of a Giratina. It's not that big of a deal, to be honest. We can survive. We can live with it. Now this isn't just like an auto win for us. It's a very good matchup, because they're weak to Psychic. Now they do play Jirachi GX, but we play triple Power Plant, so that's how we get around this Jirachi, so we can do that extra damage to it. Not to the Jirachi, but the Urshifu, I guess, and the Jirachi as well. And that's already a Dojo out for my opponent. So this greens will probably get us an Incense and a Power Plant, and we'll probably just live off the top decks plus Pokegear to find our next draw support to work with. And 2 Fighting Energy gone as well. We do play double Fan plus 4 Crushing Hammer, so those can start to be pretty devastating for our opponent to try and keep up with, keep their energy up with. We'll see if it makes a difference. Sometimes it doesn't. Like they have enough energy, like they play probably the 9 energy like every Urshifu list does. They probably play those 9 energy, so they'll probably be fine, but we'll see. They probably play 9 energy. So the game probably won't last 7 more turns. They'll have enough energy attachments turn to turn. And of course, the Fan of Waves puts the energy back in their deck, not into their discard pile, so they can just refind them as well. But it will slow down the potential of the VMAX Rapid Flow, which is really nice for us. Tool Jammer. That is right. The Tool Jammer. I feel like I've been seeing it more and more lately. Oh no, are they going to let us get the KO on the Jirachi? Switch into the bat. They could have put the bat down and strafed into the bat, which is what I think I would have done, but they might have another switch in hand and might switch back. There's a Jirachi, but can they get this Jirachi out of the active? It's a big deal if they can't. Okay, they do get it out of there, but that was going to be a big deal if they didn't, because if they don't get that Jirachi out of there, we could have got the KO there with the power plant, and then they just never have access to preventing me from hitting for weakness anymore. Unless they play like an Ordinary Mod or second Jirachi GX, but I'm just kind of going off of what I would expect them to play. Greens, Evolution Incense, and Power Plant. Just get rid of, not just to get rid of the Dojo, especially because I'm drawing a prize card here, so I don't want to get hit for that extra damage, but it also stops stuff like the Dene, which they definitely play. Crushing Hammer, get a, ooh, I was gonna say get a heads. A little bit ahead of myself, I guess. Power Plant, so we could hit them for 260, so we do want to put all the damage for the Max Phantom, I believe, on the Urshifu. Because if they hit us and hit into the Horror Energy, if they can't find the Giratina, if they play it, or maybe they don't, then we could actually knock them out next turn. And yeah, we are a little bit reliant on this Poke Gear hitting us something decent, but I think that's fine. I think, like, we have a good shot of hitting a decent supporter off this. Even a boss wouldn't be terrible, to be honest, for the situation we're in. Even a boss wouldn't be terrible. And then once again, they are 3-hit KOing us unless they get a Dojo and a basic energy. But if they don't find those two things, is going to be a 3-hit KO, only doing 120. If they do find Dojo plus basic energy, then it gets a little bit scary. But they're already down 1 Dojo, probably rocking the 2 like everybody else. So nothing to be too worried about with that, I don't think. I expect, of course, to get hit here, but I don't think we need to be too worried about the 2-hit KO. It's going to be a 3-hit KO almost for sure on this Dragon Ball. I would love to get another Dragon Ball down to be safe, but I'm pretty confident, and we're KOing this turn, so yeah, it's pretty good. Only the Bills Analysis, of course. This is not the best supporter, but there's a better one, and there's a nice follow-up. I almost want to attach here again because can play around Phantom, put 3 on Jirachi, so we can, like, well, we can always boss. I can put all 5 here, I guess. But yeah, we do get the KO on this because they didn't remove the energy. I guess put the other Horror Energy in play to play around Giratina a little bit more. Get the Giratina. So I don't. Once again, I don't think we can get knocked out this turn. We should be fine with that. It should not happen. Beautiful hand. Green's Exploration, get us a Quick Ball next turn. Start setting up another Dragapult, and then kind of just building our way through the rest of this game from there. Also, Gengar Mimikyu is always an option, but may as well start to set up the next Dragapult, and we can look to go like. Probably won't matter in this game because we're so far ahead at this point, but we could look to go VMAX v VMAX in a lot of matchups if we're able to get enough energy set up, and the EXP share really helps a ton with that, getting that prize exchange going. And yeah, they're just gonna pass with the Crobat and the active, and we get the dub here. Pretty easy dub, but definitely a good matchup for us, so not overly unexpected as we walk away with the dub here over the Urshifu. Okay, getting into another one. Won the coin flip, chose to go first, got the Dragon Ball, got the energy, got the Poke Gears, maybe get a greens, we'll see. And we'll see what we're up against as well and see how good this is going to be for us. Got the Dragapult now, so we got the attached pass. Don't donk us, please. I definitely could see a double blaze on the other side of this, but even them just hitting this pretty hard could be pretty annoying. Let's see how many energy they can pull off this Welder. It's the 2. So we could just Jet Assault. One thing we could do now, that EXP shares could come in really clutch here. We could go, hopefully get a greens off Poke Gear. I guess we can't get enough. We can't get Quick Ball, and there's the greens, but we can't get EXP share, and so this is like rough. We could get good bite. I want to like go Jet Assault, EXP share on a fresh Dragapult V, but if I VMAX this, they just GX attack and knock us out. So not quite enough good cards here. Go with the greens anyways. Energy Spinner, Quick Ball. I think we'll still make a similar play here. Quick Kickball away. Probably get rid of the Fan of Waves because I don't see that being very good in this matchup. Up against a Welder deck, they probably don't play any special energy. And then we can just attach an energy to the bench one, and then we'll just bite for 30, I guess, which, to be honest, doesn't feel that great, but I don't really see us having that much better of a line of play here. Just go with that bite, and then kind of go from there. Yeah, because it would be great if we had like an if we could have gone Jet Assault, EXP share here, the energy comes back to us, and then we can get the knockout next turn with that Max Phantom. Not happening this time though. Not happening this time. I should have checked my prize cards a little bit better. I think the second energy spinner was in the deck. It looks like we are up against a Victini deck, which can be very tough, pretty tough, very tough for us to deal with, to be honest. The Victini decks are really, really good against the Dragapult decks. It's just the way it is. Circle of life kind of thing. Dragapults beat things that are weak to Psychic. Victinis beat the Dragapults. And yeah, they're setting it up. They're gonna hit us for another 130, which does KO us. We don't have to be too scared of this thing one hit KOing us next turn. I don't think it is possible, but I feel like they would need quite a bit to make that happen. So I'm not too worried about getting Hot Burn GX'd, although it is a possibility. Another Dragapult is great. Let's go with Pokegear. That's a greens. This the other energy spinner better be in here, otherwise I'm pretty sure I saw it though. All right, spinner's here, and we want EXP share just in case we do get knocked out. Okay, things are looking a little bit better. Things are looking up. Get the energy. Evolve, attach, EXP share to the benched one. And now we're kind of cruising. A little bit cruising. Not heavily cruising, unfortunately. I think I'll go 3-2, to be honest, because we could actually go 2, 3, 1, 2. We could go like top deck a card, Great Catcher up to Dene, get rid of the Pokegear on the top deck. Great Catcher up to Dene, knock out this, put damage here. And who knows, maybe they put like another small attacker, a small attacker in play that we can take advantage of as well. So we'll wait and see fully what they do on their turn. But yeah, but that can be like 4 prize cards. If they put like another Dedenne or another Crobat in play, that can be like the rest of our prize cards, to be honest. So we'll see what they do. But we're in an okay spot here, I think. Very much okay though. There's like, we still need a little bit, maybe a lot of bit is the better way to put it. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that Great Catcher play now. Get rid of these two. Bring up the Rat while we can. Play the Research. Power Plant is good. Gengar Mimikyu could come into play. Maybe I should attach the Gengar Mimikyu here. Hold up. Let's get a Crushing Hammer heads first. Okay, I always say let's get a heads and then we just don't. Power Plant to stop more energy coming into play. I like the Gengar Mimikyu play here. I think I'm even going to attach to it. And then Max Phantom. They could play a Reset Stamp. I'm just going to get rid of the Rare Candy at this point. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to set up the Omastar, even though I would like to. Just thin those out of the deck. Knockout. We're also going to knock out the Heatran to take all these energy out of play. And then I think just stack up this Victini VMAX. Just to get that. We might need to get through that. We'll see what happens. Energy to work with, so that can go on either. Another energy to work with. Is it another energy? Yes, it is. What about another one? Okay, no. 3 energy is going to be it. That's all we get. But yeah, we could go like for the Horror House next turn into like the boss on like the Victini for the KO, actually. That would be a pretty sick play. Now it's a Victini VMAX. That thing has a little bit more HP, to be honest. So that's going to be a little bit tougher to deal with. So we could just go into the Dragapult for a turn and then maybe go into the house into the swing. So that can be our line instead. This feels just so incredibly good. I haven't played with it a whole ton in this deck yet, but it feels so good to have in here as just like an option. So we could go VMAX first, and I think we should have hopefully an evolution. Ooh, they're just going after my Dragapult. That's not good for us. That is not good. Hopefully they bench something that we can take advantage of for the Gengar Mimikyu, because we just really can't attack with this Dragapult next turn. And if they have a boss, they just win the game. So I feel like we have to go House and Hope. House and hope that it sticks. Here comes a Quick Ball, though. They're thinning out their hand a lot. Maybe they put a Dedenne or something in play one time. I doubt it's going to happen. Hey, wait. That's a Crobat. That's a bench. Okay, House. Next turn, boss. Maybe they're going to find a Reset Stamp, though, so then we will need an energy to House. But, I mean, things are looking better than they were before. And we could even get a Reset Stamp off this greens, as well as a Power Plant to stop my opponent being able to use Heart to thin a Trainer card out of their hand. Okay, Air Balloon to the active. Doesn't really make a huge difference. There's a Dedenne down. I guess that's not that much easier to KO than this. It's still 4 trainer cards either way. But The house, there's the reset stamp though. Okay, okay. Got a research though, not bad. Not as good as our last stamp, but a reset stamp or a research is not that bad, to be honest. So we're gonna hit him with the research, hit him with the house, hopefully find at least a stadium replacement, and then a reset stamp as well would be good. But they just didn't need to bench either of these, to be honest. And then I don't know, I think they would have been in a pretty good spot, to be honest. They didn't need to bench either of those. All right, go Gengar Mimikyu. Yeah, dug hard for the stamp. They did get rewarded, but let's see if we can go ahead and punish them for benching these. I'm going to bench this because I can always discard it. So yeah, I can always just discard it. See an energy, got the energy, got everything actually. So we're gonna go Crushing Hammer, get a heads. What are heads? All right, attach here. Thin out an energy. Play reset stamp because they've had some. Well, they've had some control over their hand. So I want them to have no control over what their hand is. So reset stamp. Put the power plant in play. Draw some cards. Draw a lot of cards. Make my opponent draw some cards as well. Discard this. Just kind of, I mean, I just wanted to do it. All right, house. Draw 5. Hopefully get boss. If we get boss, I think we will probably just win the game. We did not get boss. But I don't think they want to attack us with this Victini VMAX. I could be wrong. If their hand just doesn't have that many trainer cards, it honestly wouldn't be that bad. But they're down a lot of Pokemon and a decent amount of it. They just didn't attack. Okay. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. Can we get... What do I gotta do to get a heads around here? All right, we don't have power plant anymore. I guess I just grab a boss. I don't want to reset stamp them. I think we just want to swing and see if it sticks. I don't know. I just grab that because why not? Sure, sit another Dragon Ball VMAX out of the deck. Let's see. Poltergeist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so close. I see why they didn't want to swing here because they didn't want to take the 20 damage from the horror energy because then that would have KO'd them. So super close game here up against the Victini VMAX. No boss to give us the dub in the end. So close, so close. We lose to the Victini. It's a tough matchup for sure. Victini always tough against the Dragapult. Always really good for the Victini. But yeah, we come up just short. The Gengar Mimikyu, super powerful though. We saw the power of it there at the end game. You can do that in so many matchups. All right, late game house. Try and get those last 2 prize cards or whatever. Get us in that last, draw us into that last boss maybe or something like that. But super close, super cool. See you guys tomorrow.